Hi, welcome to Schulte Sweeties YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 12, 8, and 6. So today I am going to share a little bit about Guest Hollows, Little Kids Anatomy, as well as Junior Anatomy. Like I said, I have a 12-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 6-year-old. So I have kind of like a wide spread. And so my thought for this year was to combine both the Little Kids Junior Anatomy from Guest Hollow and the Junior Anatomy. So the Little Kids Anatomy, I'm gonna pull this out of my binder. So the Little Kids Anatomy will cover preschool through 2nd grade-ish. Here and there. So you can kind of adjust that, as well as I have the Junior Anatomy, and that is meant for grades 3 through 8. So I have a 3rd grader, a 7th grader, and a kindergartner. So between all of this, I kind of have it all covered with them. They also have a high school class or course, but since I don't have a high schooler, I do not have that one to compare and just kind of show you what is all involved. What I have noticed, most weeks on Guest Hollow's schedule will kind of match up between the little kids and the junior. So my thoughts are, I'm going to just combine them. And if there are some books for like the Junior Anatomy, the older one, that maybe are too advanced for my younger ones, then my older child will read it. Most likely my youngest or my middle will be kind of lumped in with her youngest sister. She does pretty well with science, but I always kind of just lump her with her younger sister most of the time. If you don't know anything about Guest Hollow, what they give you is you purchase it and you will basically have access to an online schedule where it has week by week where you can click on it and it'll go through what you need to do. It even is broken up into days. It has which books are listed. It has links to activities such as like a cell worksheet from like Crayola. So not only do they have like the worksheets and things, they have links to videos, they have links to like experiments and things. So they have it all planned out for you. You can, if you didn't want to, you don't have to print anything at all. What I like to do when I'm using a Guest Hollow curriculum, I don't have for the anatomy, but this is just for their language arts. I like to print out their book list. They will give you the information and what week you need it. And a lot of times, especially for the older levels, they will tell you if it's a first priority that you really need it throughout the course, or if it's maybe a 3 or a 4, you really don't need it very much. So I like to print out the list of books, and then I'll go through, see if I have any in my bookshelf. But if I don't have any in my bookshelf, I will go through the Libby app and look to see if I can get it on there, if I can get it on Hoopla, or through my library, a loan, if I need to reserve it ahead of time. I will also look on YouTube. Sometimes you can find storybooks on YouTube. So most of the time I am spending time trying to find it free somehow. Or if I can't find it on some of those or something similar, I will look at Thriftbooks or the Amazon, in the used. If instead of buying it new, I will buy it used. There's 8 books, second sale. There's all sorts of things, sorts of ways you can get it very discounted. I have found some books at our library sale that they have a couple times a year. Instagram, there's a lot of people selling books they have a bookshop and stuff. So I have found quite a few either free or even at half price books. So that is pretty much how I find our books. So what I do after I've printed that off, I do print off like the schedule. I would not need to. Like this is like just kind of going through like the books and the videos and the printables. But really, this is just showing me what we have to do, but I can't click on anything obviously here. This is just to be able to see it in like with my, like to hold it and to see it that way. Most of the time what I will do, especially like with our geography, I've done it this way most of the time, is that I will just click on the week and see what we need to do and have it pulled up on my computer. So then we can even watch the videos and things straight from my computer and I don't have to do anything else. One fun thing that we are doing with the anatomy course, my mom is a retired RN, registered nurse, and she is always so helpful. Like she is always like, you know, she will watch my girls if I need her to, help go to appointments with us. She takes my youngest to story time each week. So she is very involved. And I was like, how else can I involve her? And I'm like, duh, I am using anatomy this year. And like, even though I feel like I can do this Guest Hollow course by myself, I thought that she would really like be helpful because she could explain things that maybe the girls don't get, answer questions that I don't want to answer or can't answer. And so she has like taken that and run with it, and I love it. So I think this is even another great way for her to like have something extra to do with her time. Like, I mean, she's not sitting around like bored to death every day, all day. But I thought like, you know, this is something that she's like really working hard at making really good for my girls. So I'm excited about that. So what I have done, this is actually her binder. I printed all of the schedule out for her. And since she's not as tech savvy as I am just gonna bring my computer with me every day, every time we do this. And we go to her house, which it's a lot cleaner than my house. And we were able to just like sit at her table and do this together. So I might print out some of the printables that are needed, and then we can just like watch the videos on my computer. And then what I have done is just given her access to like the books that we have. And so she can kind of go through, look at the books and see what she thinks we need to pull out. I've explained it to her that Guest Hollow is like a buffet of books and resources, but we do not have to do everything. Another adaptation that we've done with that, so she is helping me with this, but we are only planning to do this once a week. So I said, maybe we'll do it like Friday mornings and go to her house. So we are not doing this every single day of the week. So we don't really break down by day that like is in the schedule. We're going to do it week by week. If there's some weeks that we need to spend more time on it, then we will. I do not anticipate us finishing this curriculum before the end of the school year. All right, well, I'm going to quickly walk you through the website here. So I have signed on to the main Guest Hollow page, and I've gone to my downloads, and this is where you can download those schedules onto your computer. They do have the links when you download them, but of course when you print them out you wouldn't have the links. But there are plenty of options here for the subjects. There's even some free printables. But then you go down to the My Online Schedules. This is where it will be listed out. So you have the curriculum. I'm going to keep clicking through here to get to the anatomy and just kind of show you just 1 week worth of kind of what is in on these online schedules. So I'm on my junior one, so that's grades 3 through 8, and I scroll down here and it's listed by week. So you have your topics, and there's more information up above, but I've clicked on week 1. There's also some options to get some tips on how to use it, but they're listed out by days. And then on the left-hand side, you have your resources, your books. There are Amazon links that you can click on to purchase the book, or if you can find them in different places. So you could click on those links. That will not be the actual book PDF or anything necessarily. It will be where you can purchase the book. But then there's all sorts of videos, brain pop activities, and then just different projects that you can do, printables, websites that you can do some different activities on. Sometimes at the bottom it will show the video there, a link to the video, but usually you would just click on the link in the actual schedule. So that is pretty much what the website, the online schedule for pretty much all of Guest Hollow's curriculum. I hope that this was helpful to see the website. I'm going to go and try very quickly to show you what resources I have. A lot of things, like I've said, have been like pulled from our bookshelf or library sales, half price bookstore, all sorts of things. So these might be on the schedule, and some of them might not be. A lot of my resources are. One thing that I have done is I have like a whole like square shelf section, and I put a lot of these books in here and like kind of just all together, so that hopefully they will like kind of stay together, and my girls maybe won't pull the books out and like try to read them themselves. Like, I don't mind them reading it, but like a lot of times they just won't get put back away. So some of the things that I've gotten, this is one, it's like a little magnetic about the human skeleton. I got that, and these little books from Target recently, like, I don't know, a few months ago. These will probably be used like while we're reading some of the stories and things, so that they can kind of keep occupied. Then another thing I found, this was from Ollie's for $5. If you have an Ollie's near you, go check it out. There might be some resources you can get pretty cheap. This is a human body science lab kit. It has like the pieces that you need for the experiments and things, plus a huge book of like 50 experiments. So I'm excited that we will use this. And at Half Price Books, I found this for like really cheap. I don't know, I guess it was a few dollars, but this is like kind of like paper dolls, but they're like a squishy feeling page. It's pretty thick. It doesn't have a ton of pages, but they're 3D human body. My girls will like that, especially the younger ones. A great resource that I just recently got and I'm so excited about. This is the Human Body book by DK. This is not necessarily in the schedule, but I was like, I can't really help myself because like the pictures are just so beautiful in here, and I just really like these DK books. So we will be using it as a resource. Some of these things, like I said, I've gotten from like the Facebook groups that Guest Hollow has. A lot of times they have things for sale. So I got like a package of some things, random things that I thought, oh, I need these. This is like Make and Move My Skeleton. It goes through like a pop-up skeleton kind of thing, and you move it around. I don't know. They had this in there. This is like a laminated, like from quickstudy.com about the anatomy. Some of these will probably be too advanced. We got a body book, kind of like similar to like a lap book that you can kind of like make copies of and color and make kind of like a 3D model. This is a coloring book. This is, I know it's scheduled in the younger ones. This is my first human body book. So it's like a coloring thing that they can go through. My younger two will probably appreciate that. They have a hard time just like sitting and listening. I got this, I can't even remember, but maybe in the bundle, I don't know. But it's called A Brief Atlas of the Human Body. It's pretty pictures. This is another like human body book that goes through all sorts of things. So just another extra resource. This is one that I have had for a while. This is an old version of the Usborne Library of Science. It's like an internet linked human body book, although my mom was trying to find like the internet links and it was kind of a little bit tricky, probably because it's an old version. My friend was getting rid of some Good and the Beautiful things, and so she had like health and safety, or health and physical body, and I think she even had safety. I have an old version of the safety, but I thought, well, we can use this as a resource. I figure may as well. I have had this book for years, maybe since the beginning of our homeschooling journey, like 7 years ago. Oak Meadow. It's Healthy Living from the Start for K through 3. I am not even sure if they sell this anymore or not, but we have had this. It's just kind of like, you know, textbook for the most part. So we might add this in here and there if we need some extra resources. Another, like this is the Atlas of the Human Body. This one looks more advanced, so we probably will just kind of use this as a resource if we need to. I'm sure my mom has plenty of books as well. I have another Usborne. This is like a Lift the Flap book. This will be probably especially used for my younger two. They will love it with just doing all the flaps. Then we have some additional books. So I'm going to go through some of like the chapter books. I know that there's a few more for like the older kids, but these are what I have so far. This is Follow My Leader, and it's about a boy that became blind from an accident, and so like he has to like relearn things. So I'm gonna have my oldest read that. Another one I picked up is Horrible Science. I don't think this is in the schedule, but I thought, hey, may as well. But I'm not sure if my oldest will enjoy it or not. I have come to realize that she is like a little squeamish with some of like talking about blood and things. So it should be interesting. We'll see if I can get her to read this. This is another one that we received. This is kind of goes through, it's great to be a girl. So for health, we got this. This is a Christian book. It's a Dana Gresh book. She has like a girls, like all about girls positivity and things. We have a fingerprint book. We have some other fingerprinting things that we can do when we talk about fingerprinting. There's another one similar to like the girl book that I just showed you, but this is The Care and Keeping of You, the American Girl. They have a boy version. Of course, we don't need that with 3 girls, so that's what we have. These were resources that I was really excited about from Kids Discover. They are little like magazines. They're not very expensive either, so like be careful because you could go kind of crazy when you are purchasing these. I had to like limit myself not to get everything, and they have some like discounted too, or you could even get like access to their internet and not have to like get the printed version, but I kind of like having the printed like little magazines. I have cells, bones, lungs, heart, brain, and skin. I think most of these were ones suggested, but then they had like eyes and all these things. I'm like, oh, I need this one, but I tried to limit myself. This is one about She Touched the World. I know this is in the junior anatomy one. She Touched the World, Laura Bridgman, about being deaf and blind pioneer. So that will go through her story. So my oldest will read that. I believe this is also in the older version. This is How to Really Fool Yourself. And that's with like illusions for all your senses and things. We had this book. This is Inside Your Outside. Dr. Seuss, you know, you gotta have the Dr. Seuss in there too. So some more like health books. I got this one from Usborne, Looking After Your Health. I found this on Amazon. It was probably someone recommended this, so I had to get it. Me and My Feelings, so I got that. We are also doing a emotion unit through during our morning time, so that might kind of be included in that. I'm not quite sure. We might just add it in on this. This is another super healthy book. This is another one I believe that was on YouTube that I found, so I had to get it. This is recommended as a resource, Blood and Guts. So we have that one. Genetics. This, and I believe even this, might have been some that we were like kind of went through a little bit with our Harbor and Sprout unit with the forensic science. This is a genetics one, and this is like medical files, belly busting worm invasions. So like some of the time, like when I say things about DNA, my girls are like, I already know that. So who knows what will get accomplished when we learn about DNA pretty soon. We have Germs Make Me Sick. I believe I got this pretty cheap at like a library sale. The Brain is Kind of a Big Deal. I said no. This was, I think, a recommended book for one of the old version of the safety unit from The Good and the Beautiful. So I just thought we would add this in. This is great to read to my girls to help them remember they can say no. Then these are similar books, but this one is Enjoy Your Cells, Germ Zappers, and Gene Machines. I have Hear Your Heart. And then we have Magic School Bus. We had this one. That's one thing you'll find too during a lot of the schedule and stuff. You might find links to like Magic School Bus or other like kid shows and things that talk about what you're learning. So you're not just like sitting there reading a story and like being bored to death and stuff. Like they have so many things to add into it. You cannot do them all. If you do, you're spending probably hours each day. These 3 books were from the dollar section at Half Price Books. So this one is Bones, The 5 Senses, and then Cut, Scrape, Scabs, and Scars. So many things, but a lot of these things were not in the schedule. We're just kind of using them as resources. I think I'm gonna probably ship all of these to my mom. It's not really ship, but have her take them home and keep them. And then she can also like go through them and see what we might need for the next lesson and have her prepared. Like this is like the best. I love it. That like just kind of taking something extra off my plate. Like I'm gonna sit there every week and join in and add in things and help my girls understand things, but I don't have to prepare everything. So I love that. So I hope that this was helpful and gives you like a little clue, like these Guest Hollow units, like I don't think that they should be overwhelming to you. Like they are just a buffet. You can add in your own resources like I'm doing. You can just stick to like the bare bones. You can stick to like the videos and some of the extra activities if you can't get to all of the books. Like the books are definitely beneficial if you can, but you don't have to do everything. It is used as a tool, and it is such a great tool that I don't have to do the research myself. I love Guest Hollow because of that. So I hope that this was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions. Make sure to go check out Guest Hollow. I will link it down below. Go check out their Facebook groups because they're awesome, great resources. Like you can hear from other parents. You can hear from Charles and Jen Guest about like things that they're working on or some ideas for you since they used to homeschool as well. So just let me know if you have any other questions. I hope you have a great day.